Hey guys, Welsknight here, bringing you another brand new episode from StudTech. And here we are, episode 2 from the new server. And what I'd like to get done in this episode is I would like to expand these farms a little bit. I built both of these, and I think they look pretty good. But we've got a split farm here where it's half potatoes and half carrots. And the crops have now grown enough where we should be able to pretty much just take this and make one farm for potatoes and an additional farm for carrots. So that's pretty much what we're going to be doing in this episode. Now, we're just going to basically take it back here and expand it this way, just like with the other ones. And it's a very, very simple farm. This is kind of a design that I like to use for most of my underground farms. So, you know, you're welcome to use it. It works fine for vanilla. Although, you know, some of the chiseled textures and things that we're going to be using, obviously those won't work. But overall, it's a very, very easy farm to make. And for that reason, I like it quite a lot and I use it quite a lot. So, the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to need to hollow out an area. And we'll have a row, and then the dirt will start here. So it'll go 1, 2, 3. This will be water and the other one. And then this will be an additional 3. And what we can do is we can count this and say 1, 2, 3, 4. That's where the water will go, right where that torch is. Ooh. I hear nasty, scary things. Oh, that's alright though. That's alright. So the next thing we'll want to do is basically do the same thing in every direction. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. And here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. This ceiling is way too low right now, but we'll deal with that as we go. That's fine. And we'll end up with a shape, basically just a big open room, is what we're going to end up with. So, 1, 2, the dirt. Let's grab some cobblestone out of here so that we can take this out easily. And now, once again, we'll just want to count it and make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the line around the middle. Okay, excellent. So that's what we were hoping for. We'll put some cobble here to break this up. And to break that up. And then here, we can even take this out as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. There is definitely an elephant right above us somewhere. I can tell you that much for sure, because I just heard it go. Well, I can't really replicate the elephant noise, but I definitely just heard an elephant. I'm sure you guys heard it too. But this is now the shape of the room, and we should basically just have a giant square room. So what we'll do next is we'll knock out the area where the dirt is going to go, just to make sure that all our dimensions are good. And this giant dirt area should basically be a 9 by 9 square, just like in classic vanilla Minecraft style. So it will look something like this. Next, we will take the ceiling, and we're going to bring the ceiling up a little bit. We're going to bring the ceiling up to a total height, if you're standing here, of 4. So the ceiling will go up this high. And we'll just basically do that all the way around the edges of the room. The excavator definitely makes this go a lot faster than it would otherwise, that's for sure. But we're going to take this whole area out, and the reason we're going to do that is because we are going to replace these blocks in the ceiling with a different texture, something that's chiseled, and something that will look considerably better than what we currently have here, at least in my opinion. And then we can do basically the same thing with these blocks as well. So, that should all be done now. That should be good. Let's grab up these blocks, and let's just put a couple torches down kind of in the corners here, just to open everything up. And I think that's good. Now, the next thing that we'll want to do is we're going to want to take out the walls as well. And the reason we're doing that is that, just like with this ceiling, which we are replacing, we need to replace the wall textures as well. So we're going to take all of these out, and we don't have to do the full thing. We can just do these ones right here. And we can patch that hole. But this top layer, this is going to be a ceiling that's filled in, so it doesn't matter what those ones are, because nobody's ever going to see them anyway. And we'll finish taking this out. This dirt is going to make things a little bit more difficult on us, but not a lot. It's very easy to work around. We'll just lay down some dirt of our own so that we can take our excavator and take those bits out too. Just like this. I've also got this lovely backpack here that we can fill in to kind of open up some room for these other materials that are currently getting in our way. And let's just excavate this stuff. And there we go. So we've got all the walls knocked out. We've got the ceilings knocked out. Last thing that we need to do is we need to take out this chunk right here. This strip that goes around the middle, or the edge of what will be the room. Because we're going to replace even this with another texture too. So let's just do away with this. We can take our excavator and get rid of that dirt nice and easily. We can fill that in. And then all we need to do is bring it to over here. So nice and simple. Looks pretty good. And now we can finally get to laying the groundwork for our actual farm itself. So, first things first. Backpack. Let's put some of this stuff away just to get it out of our inventory and open up some space for us to work with. We probably don't need the silver skeleton sword at the moment. But anyway, I'm going to use this cobblestone with panel. Not with the dark panel, but with the normal panel. And I'll bring that through here. You can see that that matches up with this texture, and it connects very nicely. And we will put that around the perimeter of the room, just like that. Next, we'll go back into here, and we're going to take some aligned cobblestone bricks, and I'm actually going to need a lot more of these than what I have. I'm going to need several stacks of these, because that's what all the walls are going to be, is these aligned cobblestone bricks. I really, really like this texture quite a lot. It's very much like the detailed one from the original Chisel mod, but it's just a little bit cleaner, a little bit better, a little shinier, if you will. So that's what we're going to be using here. And we will be bringing this over as well. Now, as I'm doing this, a couple things that I do definitely want to talk with you guys about. First and foremost, we do have a new server member. Blood Zelos has been added to the server. He is another YouTuber, just like everyone else on the server. And like everyone else on the server, he is a very good and talented builder, because those are the kinds of people that we are looking to add. So he's the newest addition. You can find a link to his channel in the video description below. Definitely check him out. Also, the other thing that I want to talk with you guys about is streaming. It has been a very, very long time since I have streamed. Too long, in fact. So tonight, I'm going to be streaming at 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. It is twitch.tv/Welsknight, so you can find me there. And if that's something that you think you would enjoy, I would love to see you. I hope you're able to make it to the stream. Come hang out, stop by. I'm going to be streaming some stud tech, because, you know, with the start of the new server, there's a lot of resource gathering and a lot of exploring and things like that to do. So I think that's primarily what I'm going to be working on. Now, for these ceilings, for the ceiling here, we're going to take some dark panels and lay them out like this. This one goes directly above where the water will, and then you go 2 spaces and another one This is because if you look in here, that's where we're going to put our lights. Now, I don't know if it's a bug or if it's just the way that Minecraft works. I'm not entirely sure. But those lights will not actually allow the plants to grow. They need additional lights too. They need some torch lights, which is really sad, but they do look good. They look fancy, so we're going to keep them. We're going to keep them even though they don't actually serve a purpose. But let's see here. We will take out that. We'll take out that, and we are just using these huge cobblestone tiles to fill in the rest of the ceiling. And we're definitely getting there. We're not quite done yet, but we're making progress. Let's go back into our chisel and make some more of these large tiles that we need. Let's see, we'll start here, and we'll just go back to filling all of these in. Like so. Oh, misplaced that one. There we go. And this one should be easier because I'm... Man, if I could... You know what would be amazing? If I could make it through a single episode or a single build without misplacing blocks every 5 seconds, that would just make my life. I would be so happy about that. But what can you do? What can you do? That's all right. Okay, so now we've got this all kind of laid out, and you can see where the lights are going to go. So we're going to take these Carpenter's pressure plates and this glowstone. This is chiseled glowstone to give it a different texture. And we're going to put a Carpenter's pressure plate on each of these blocks that has the dark panel. Because then we can take our glowstone and apply that to these Carpenter's pressure plates, and it looks absolutely beautiful. Look at that. That is a beautiful thing. Look how nice and bright that looks. I love it. Alright, so after that, we will go ahead, and now we get to do the very, very important part. First of all, I need to see, okay. Oh, you know what? I don't think I have my saw. That's alright, though. We'll make do. We'll make do just fine. In fact, I could make another saw easily enough. But we're going to fill this in. And we're going to leave a space for the water. So 1, 2, 3, 4, water. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we just go back to filling all of this in the normal way. So this will be our dirt. This will be our actual farmland. Like so. There we go. Then we can take our water, and we can fill that in. Now I need my saw. And that's going to be important, because it's going to help me do a few different things. Let's see, I don't suppose I left my saw in here, did I? Of course not. That's okay. We'll just make a couple of these. We'll go into our handy-dandy backpack and grab... Iron? No? No iron? No iron. And there's a motorcycle outside revving their engine at me. Love this neighborhood. Anyway, in one of these chests, I have... Oh, I've got a saw. There we go. Problem solved. Alright. So, let's... Actually, you know what? We should probably take a little bit of... No, we're okay. Oh, there it is. We'll take that. As you can see, I have many things, but one of the things that I do not have at this point in the series is organization. So that's definitely going to be a goal. That's something I really need to work on. But we will head back down here so that we can finish up our farm. It is nearly completed. All that we need to do at this point is come over here, grab a chisel, make one of these cobblestone panels, put it right there, and make a whole bunch of these, which we will then put right there to cover up the water. And the shaders mod makes that look a little bit glitchy, but that's okay, because it goes away after you do it. Then we'll just go ahead and till all of this soil, just like you would expect. And then we'll put up torches on the wall, plant the crops, and then we'll be good to go. So let's see here. We're going to go torches every other block, starting 2 in. So 1, bam, just like that. You can see 1, 2. And we're just doing it every other block. That way there is sufficient lighting in here that things will actually grow. Because for whatever reason, as I said, these glowstone lights don't provide light for the plants to actually grow. They look cool. They look wonderful. But they don't actually grow. And that makes me sad. But let's get carrots. I think we'll put carrots back in the very back there, because they're probably the least useful thing that we have. So let's get our carrots. We've got plenty of them, so we should be able to plant a whole bunch and fill up the whole farm pretty much right away. And that way, all of us here on the server will have a reliable, renewable source of food, which is, of course, extremely important, because nobody wants to just spend lots of time doing nothing but trying to gather food and all that kind of stuff. That's just not fun. That takes all the fun out of everything. It's so tedious. And it's much easier to just have farms for everybody that we all can use. As long as they replant, this should last us basically forever. So, there we have it. A nice farm, carrot farm, that will grow and prosper and provide us all with food. And that's about all that we have time for in this episode, guys. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I really do appreciate it, and it really helps out my channel. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. There are links in the video description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time. There's a couple more zombies up here. If I touch them, we both get lit on fire. This is not a this is a nasty place. I want to get out of here. I might actually die.